Hello everyone, welcome once again to another cast of the neogaf StarCraft 2 North American Tournament. This is another round 1 game, this time between Vaporak as the blue Protoss and Kryor as the red Protoss. Map is Metropolis. They are at fairly close positions, but since it is a Protoss mirror, it doesn't really advantage or disadvantage either player. Both of these people are playing Protoss as their main race, and probably seeing either 2-gate pressure or 3-gate robo, 4-gate. Yeah, it's usually the mix. The trick is to get an expo out, try to get as much gateways up that you can support constantly and chrono boost constantly, and then just killing your opponent, which is pretty much what the game is all about. Kryor scouting in the north position extensively. Vaporak has not yet scouted, slowing down a pylon close to his base, whereas Kryor has opted for a pylon at ramp. Both chrono boosting their economy, most likely not saving up for a 2-gate early zealot push, since neither of them have found each other at this point in the game. Vaporak is now scouting and has chosen the correct position. Due to the timing of this scout, Kryor should have a general idea of where Vaporak is. So, both have a general idea what's going on. No real advantage yet at this point. More chrono boost going down. A second gateway coming up from Vaporak. So we might be seeing more zealot focus pressure. And so normally you would see another pylon for a second gateway. It would be like pylon and now cyborg core since the money's up, and then the gateway would appear. See, now he's only on 17, still waiting for that pylon, and only now can throw it out, which will delay his probe count. Well, if he had been building non-stop probes, it would have delayed this probe. This 19th probe coming out. Kryor building his pylon in the gas, probably worried about a proxy. Just one gateway at ramp, throwing down an early zealot, keeping his economy as his primary focus from the looks of it. Just another zealot coming from Alumnus as well. 2-gate, cyborg, both gathers are up. Kryor doing gas before core. Significantly before core. Kryor has just opted to be Baneling busted if he was playing as their opponent. Since not a word of a lie, 9 times out of 10, you see a Protoss go gas before core, you're looking at Stargate. Maybe Robo sometimes, but almost always Stargate, almost always Void Rays. If I was this little blue probe that had just died, well, I'd have a lot of Zerglings just being built up, sitting right here, and a Baneling nest going down to kill these guys. But I'm not playing. I'm not a Protoss player, and I'm not Vaporak, so it'll be interesting to see how he approaches this. If he changes his build to get more of a stalker focus. Robo facility going down, so probably not. Churning out a whole lot of Zealots and his warp gates. Gateway, so 3-gate into Stargate. Oh yeah. Actually interested if... No! Vaporak has not scouted out the pylon in the smoke. So he does not know there is tech hidden there. Well, the potential for tech being hidden there. Kryor grabbing his warp gates. Vaporak's having just recently finished adding on a Stargate of his own, oddly enough. Don't normally see 2-gate Stargate Robo, since on one base Protoss can have difficulty supporting all those tech structures. Mostly because they are so gas heavy to get Immortals plus, Phoenixes and or Void Rays, plus Stalkers and Sentries to protect your ramp. Build like this, you usually would have been expecting a slightly earlier expand. But perhaps Vaporak intends to push out with this small force and just sit down on these ramps, try to keep Kryor scared while he throws up an expand of his own. This might be what this probe is doing. It would be a little risky to go for this high yield expansion since it has so many access points. Observer in play. One of the benefits of this air build is that once you get these 3 gateways up, it looks fairly standard if they don't scout the tech you have hidden up here. It could just be, okay, he's going 3 gate and has bad economy. Oh, but no, he doesn't have bad economy. Maybe he's just not building anything, maybe he's supply blocked, so the next thing you would do would be start going around cutting pylons. Around this point you'd be thinking, okay, where exactly is he spending all his money? Kryor also opting to throw down robotics, which this observer will probably scout. The light warp gates might also be a tip-off, but I don't think he knows about these void rays yet. Vaporak opting for some phoenixes and 2 immortals. Still no sentries in play. His money is fairly low, but once again, that's because he's not really using these warp gates non-stop. He's been very responsible with his chrono though. Kryor, not so much. Probably just because he wants to chrono exclusively these void rays, get as much of them as possible. More phoenixes. Warp gates still not doing anything. Another robotics. You can see at this he's very gas starved at this point. Both phoenixes and immortals are also fairly significant on the mineral front as well, so he might also be having difficulties just getting out a couple more zealots. Actually, it would be curious if he used these 3 zealots to pick up this wall, if he had planned to pick up these walls of Kryor zealots and just push out with them. Kryor actually throwing down an expand of his own early on. Perhaps intending to push out on three void rays. Oh, tech has been spotted, most likely void rays as well. Just wondering if this path this observer had taken, but it probably will not be seeing these void rays heading out until it gets up here and, you know, does a quick juke back down here to make sure that they haven't been moved up as a defensive position. Forward pylon from Vaporak, still no expand. These 3 void rays, if they can charge up on something, really anything, well, he has to worry, really he only has to worry about phoenixes, and they're all being rallied out of the base. So the phoenixes are very fast, but by the time that they get back, they'd be at least level 1, maybe going on level 2 just off of these pylons. And the opponent is not there, Kryor, please move in. Zipti Vaporak controlling the expo, not taking one of his own. Kryor actually using his sentry to block the ramp. This phoenix can probably quickly come in for that though. All these immortals are just going to destroy these stalkers. Come the void rays. Charging up very slowly. Yeah, here comes the phoenixes. But yeah, fully charged. As long as he can maintain these charges. Well, let's see what goes on. That's... Whew. The damage. He isn't really target firing, so... As you can see, he's pulling back his stalkers as well. See how much damage these fully charged void rays can do? 3 void rays taking out, I think that was like 6, maybe 7 phoenixes. Another void ray coming into play, but it is not charged. Not going to be an issue. Just blow them up. Gateways are down. Choke is crushed. Robotics not producing. A lot of money in the bank, but really nothing to use it with. And all his probes are now being annihilated. Kryor trying to warp in a few zealots just to clean up this mess. But once these immortals and these stalkers make it back, this will be GG. Yep. And there's the GG from Kryor. Vaporak does go on to win the Series 3-0. Congratulations on your win, best of luck in the next round, and thank you to Kryor for coming out and taking part in this tournament. hope to see you again in the future. Thank you for watching the free play. Casting of a replay.